Hi, I'm Harry from Fog of War. This is a little bit different today. I haven't posted on my channel for a while, but we're doing a little bit of a channel update. Just where are we going to go with Fog of War and what's the current state of play. So stay tuned and we'll have a chat. Hello and welcome to the channel update. I'm sure you've all been aware that the channel has been a bit quiet lately. It's been a couple of months since I've posted anything, and there's a few reasons for that, and I thought I'd just talk about them a little bit. Firstly, I've been a bit busy with things. My wife, weirdly enough, was cast in a play in the local rep, so I've been covering a lot of the household duties while she's been off being one of the evil witches in Terry Pratchett's Weird Sisters. So there's been that. Also, I had an early war tournament, and that was a lot of fun. Early war's not my area, but it was fun to do, and they're quite challenging to use tankettes, and you bump into cavalry and motorbikes. It's just a very interesting and unusual part of the war to cover. I am working on a video about that. I want to talk about my Australians, my early war Australians in the desert, and how I've organised them and how it's getting harder and harder to get early war gear. It really is now rare as hen's teeth. The other thing that's been taking up my time recently is I just organised a large D&D tournament where I live. We sold 188 tickets for that. It was a wild success. So that was Blackwood D&D Winterfest 2021, and that took up a lot of time. The lady whose idea it was in the play with my wife and had an exhibition and was launching a book. So I kind of stole some of the organisational roles and got that happening. But that was last weekend, and we've all now caught up on our sleep, and we're ready to tackle other things. So that's why I'm back to thinking about my channel again. So one of the channel goals had been to build a bit of a relationship with Battlefront, and I've been working on that for years, and it's been on and off again. So recently I found out that Battlefront had taken a decision that they consider YouTube channels, particularly ones that just focus on product reviews, to not give them a lot of value. They don't think it adds much to their business. So that was a little discouraging, and it has put a bit of a damper on doing product reviews, and that has really been what Fog of War's been focused on. It has moved away from doing rules and things like that and moved into product reviews, which I enjoy, and I like doing the history and looking at the different vehicles and building the kits. But it has been a struggle because I've either had to buy them, or the Kaiser from Modelling Advantage has sent me sprues which I've been able to review. Blitz and Pieces in Singapore have been very good. They've supplied things before that I've been able to review, but otherwise it's all been out of my own pocket. So to find that Battlefront doesn't really value that really killed my motivation for a while. I will get back to it, but yeah, possibly the focus on product reviews will change. So I have some ideas. I'm still working on those ideas. We'll see what they come to. But yeah, I want to mix the content up a bit. There's also been the issue that the channel just doesn't get the views it used to. So I would post a video and I'd get 1,500-ish views. And then since version 4, that has really died off. And I had just assumed that it would slowly come back, and it never did. So a good video at the moment is 600 to 700 views. Now, don't get me wrong. Thank you very much to everyone who comes and views my content. I'm absolutely delighted that anyone gets to see it. But again, I had a bit of a look through my best performing videos, and they're not the product reviews. They are things I've done about A Switcher's Guide to Battle Group, or oddly enough, Zvezda kit reviews, the 1/100th Zvezda kits. They are very well represented in the top 10 videos for the channel. So it's not that I'll never do product reviews again, but it's just perhaps there is more of a hunger in the market for a different kind of video, and maybe I can look at doing something like that. One of the things I can't do is battle reports because I don't have anybody to play with. So unless you want a battle report that's me and then me running to the other side of the table and playing the next turn, we probably won't be doing battle reports. But there are things like weird focuses in the rules that I can possibly play out on a table and that we can see how that pans out. The other thing I can do is maybe look at different forces. As I say, I'm currently working on a video about the Australians at 9th Australian Division that I took to the early war tournament. And my early war list really is a mid-war desert list with some early war stuff nailed onto the front of it. But I want to talk a little bit about that, and maybe looking at different units and how they're composed might be a bit of fun. That, of course, is limited by the units that I have access to and the units that I have painted, which is a much smaller subset of the units that I have access to. I am A, not a great painter, and B, yeah, I have to have a tournament or something to motivate me before I'll really paint anything. So maybe those are the sorts of bits of content that I can add into my channel to make it a bit more interesting. So what I'm doing with my channel at the moment is re-evaluating where it's going to go from here. Product reviews are not gone. Product reviews will still be here, but they were getting a bit samey, so I hope to change them up a little bit, maybe fiddle with the format. But I was finding that when I was writing the script, I was typing the same stuff over and over and over again. So yeah, maybe a focus on different types of videos, but part of it is I'm still thinking about what those might be. The Restless Kaiser from Modelling for Advantage and I have been chatting about other different ideas because I love the history and he loves the history, and maybe there is a place for more history-based content that we can create, and that might have a wider appeal than just the Flames of War and Team Yankee audience. So that's pretty much where we're up to. At the moment, my channel is inactive. I did think about just closing it down because I really had lost interest in it. But I have a bunch of stuff still to review, and thinking about different types of videos, maybe changing it up will bring back the passion. It's winter here in Australia, so hiding out in my studio and making videos in the cold rather than being in here and cuddling the cat next to the fire is kind of more appealing. So as the weather warms up, possibly I'll get more interested in going out and working in my studio as well. Anyway, thank you very much to everybody who watches my content. I've spoken to quite a few of you through comments or messages, but for everyone whom I haven't interacted with, I still appreciate you very much, and thank you very much for looking at my content. I hope there'll be more for you to watch in future. Thanks very much. Bye.